everyone, welcome to the Queer Spot, the spot that puts you in a position to teach, to learn, to engage, and to spread awareness on matters of the LGBTQIAP Plus community. Today is our first episode. I am nervous, but I'm excited because we'll be starting off with gender, right? In this video specifically, we'll be talking about the different terminology that is used so that when I make reference to them later, it's easier to follow through and to know what they are and what they mean, right? Let's start. Let's get into it. First things first, what is sex? Sex is a categorization based on the appearance of genitalia at birth, right? And then when we move to gender, gender is a social construct used to classify a person as a man or woman or another identity, right? It is quite different from sex. So sex and gender are not always the same. Because gender then now focuses on the societal, psychological, and emotional traits of a human being, and it is usually influenced or mainly influenced by societal expectations. Then we have gender expression. Gender expression is how a person expresses their gender, right? This is in their mannerism, their behavior, the way they dress, and the way they talk. It's also influenced by societal expectations, and usually society would classify gender expression into masculinity or femininity, or a little mix of both. And this would be, for example, an androgynous person. Yeah. And then we have gender identity. Gender identity is how someone sees themselves. Keynote, themselves, right? It is their internal sense and personal experience of what gender is to them. Again, to them, right? There are cases in which someone's biological sex and their gender identity don't match. And in this case, they may make social and or physical changes so that they are able to match and express their identified gender, right? And then we move to sexual orientation. Sexual orientation refers to someone's attraction to a particular sex or particular sexual gender identity, right? And usually with sexual orientation would be classified into heterosexuality, homosexuality, bisexuality, and asexuality. There are many others, but we'll dive deep into this when we are in a separate video. There are quite a few terms that people use to express themselves, to express or describe their gender identity or their sexualities or their sex, right? We have cisgender. Cisgender is when someone's biological sex and their gender identity match, right? And then there's trans or gender diverse. In this case, this is when someone's biological sex does not match their gender identity, right? This includes transgender people. And then we have our non-binary or gender non-conforming. These are people who fall anywhere, within, outside, across, between the female and male binary. And then we have intersex. Intersex people are people born with genitalia, hormones, or chromosomes that are not exclusively male or female. There are different states of being intersex, and we'll dive deep into these on a separate video so that we're able to get properly into detail. I think we've seen, or I hope we've seen, that not everything is in a straight line, For example, not every male-born human being is a man who is masculine. Sometimes it's that, sometimes it's that. And that does not invalidate anyone in any way. Not everything is black and white. Sometimes things are orange, they're yellow, they're green, and they're blue. And that is why a platform like this exists, so that we're able to learn about these different things that are happening within us. And I hope this space provides that for you and more. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Stay tuned for the next video where we explore gender even more. Thank you.